Welcome back, viewers, to our episode number 28. Okay, before
27.
oh sorry, 20. Okay, we were actually discussing whether it's 27 or 28. Somewhere in my head, I'm moving ahead of time. Okay.
Oh, yes. We will come to that soon, of course.
Well, before we start this podcast, I have a big announcement to make. There's a huge big news that our friend Anmol over here is a official hog now, and
Yeah,
like
finally.
this is where I talk about manifestation. Okay,
Yes.
so what is manifestation? And Anmol and I, we are a huge fan of The
Yes.
Alchemist, and so we believe that if you actually believe in something and if you really want something, it happens to you. And
Yes.
we made a podcast on X440, and here our brother is a biker now, a fellow biker
Yeah,
now.
finally. I
So
have
in the
joined
family,
you.
we have both a Royal Enfield and a Harley.
Yeah.
Both.
So now we
So
both are.
congratulations. Yeah, Talia,
Yes,
Talia.
yes, yes, yes. And soon me and Ashwin are going to do a lot more videos on our rides.
बजाओ तालियां भी बजाओ यार हमारी तालियां
Yeah.
बजाओ
Let's
applause.
do a bit of clapping. Yeah. क्या बात. Our audience is going to love this. So much fun.
Okay, so with all that madness, why are we here? Okay. So the
Yes.
actual topic for today is about my old industry, my industry.
Yes. I
For
won't
the
say your
viewer,
old industry because
we are
at your
still involved with that.
industry you feel like
Yes.
the same old industry.
Right. So for the viewers who are already following us, they know that I've been a hotelier all my life. I've been with the hotels, food and beverage, spent more than 15 to 20 years of my life in this industry. And when I was leaving this industry, I decided that there was a reason why I left this industry is because I felt the industry was ailing. It is suffering. And so what I felt was being looking for a job and uh, going back to that industry, I wouldn't be doing as much. I would rather be become a burden on them than help them out. I'm not saying that people who are working in the industry are not helping them out, but I wanted to stay outside and start helping the industry. And that's when I met Anmol, and we have always since then it has been apart from bikes. It has been another passionate topic that Anmol and I have been discussing since the beginning. That goes back to 2020 when the industry was actually under huge pressure, and what could help an industry better than technology, right, Anmol? So
Right.
with that, on that note, Anmol, you have been outside. You are an outsider as far as I am concerned. I am a hotelier who's non-technical. You are a technical person, and you love technology. We both are tech savvy people, but
Yes.
you being an outsider, what has been your experience in with the hospitality? And when I say hospitality, it could be a five-star hotel to let's talk about an F&B outlet at a grassroots level. So, what has been your overall experience, and what do you feel is I mean, let's not get into plus and minus. What has been your
Right.
overall experience so far?
See, overall, with I will say like every one of us, we daily go to a restaurant or a hotel, or in a
Hmm.
month we actually, or daily there is a touch point with any of these. With your industry, it's something that everyone has a daily touch point because everyone needs to consume food. Everyone needs to, someday or the other, they feel like that I don't want to eat food at home. I want to go out, or even if I talk about the digital apps that are bringing in the food home. So overall, with your with the industry hospitality as a whole, the experience has been average. Whereas I think in India some things can be improved because, as you know, I'm a very
Okay,
tech
so
savvy.
let's break it down a little bit. What have been your touch points? What all places that you have the industry has touched you, and uh, what were your feelings at that point of time?
Number one, when
Let's begin with something luxury, and let's come down to a momo shop as well.
I was actually going to start from a momo shop
No, no,
because that is closest to
no,
my heart.
let's end with that because I love momos.
But yeah, let's begin with luxury. So if I talk about luxury, I see. So I'm very fascinated by these luxury hotels. The kind of look they present, the kind of lifestyle when you're, it
That
inspires
glamour
you,
around it.
and the glamour around it, and especially when you go inside, you find a lot of glamorous things, glamorous people all around you. So, but of
You
course, yeah, everything that seems
Anmol, you remind me of my first interview when my interviewer asked me for my internship, like why did you join hotel industry? And these these are pretty much the things that I said. And he told me, okay, you're talking about glamour. Once you come inside the industry, I'll talk about glamour to you after that.
Yeah, of course. You have told me a lot of things, but
Yeah,
from the outside, everything in
yeah.
a hotel looks glamorous. And especially when I talk about five-star hotels. So when you told me to go to Leela Chanakyapuri, so when I entered, I saw three supercars standing out there. Then I entered. You get greeted in such a luxurious way, and even everything around you, it's golden, it's shining,
Well,
it's in your eyes in front of.
Leela as a brand is very close to my heart, and
Yeah,
I've been an employee with that company. Uh, when you talk about opulence, Leela does an exceptional job with that. And I
totally.
actually had a client who told me, I asked him, why don't you come often to my hotel? He was like, यार तुम्हारे होटल में घुस के लगता है कि मैं कैसे behave करूं? It is so opulent.
Right. Right, right. Even at that point of time, I went on to the palace with two of my friends, and they were not ready to go inside the palace. They were saying, "यार हमारी गाड़ी छोटी है, हम जाएंगे हमारी बेइज्जती हो जाएगी." Because the
Yeah,
building itself from the outside made an impact key. This is something. And
but-
when you go inside, of course, you get a different vibe, the music, the smell, the aura around it. And when you see people, American people especially, mostly, so it automatically clicks in your mind ki, this is a place where you cannot mess around. So
right.
with the luxury segment, I really admire how these brands have built themselves. But there is always one aspect that I see a lot of scope with, is that I always see that these places are very technology backward.
And
You know,
when you say that, I know what you're talking about. But for our audience, I want you to elaborate. How do you feel? What made you say that?
so I will tell you one instance, Ashwin. I was sitting in Taj with one of our friends,
Mm.
and there
Our common
when I
friends, actually.
yeah, our common friend. So when I was sitting there, first of all, in such a luxurious hotel, there was no internet. Okay, I understand, it gives me time to spend with my family.
Hmm.
But then when I wanted to scan the menu to actually order the food, that menu was a 40 mbps file. How could I download it without internet? So
Right.
that
That is a bit surprising because usually nowadays, even the smallest of the restaurants, they tend to give you a
yes,
free Wi-Fi.
they give you free
Uh,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, this was Taj Mansingh, right?
Yes,
Yeah, this was Taj Mansingh in Delhi you're talking about.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
Taj Mansingh,
So
please
I
take a note.
Yeah, so I
My
faced
friend
this
here.
there, and then I had to ask our common friend to get us that physical menu, because online, and if at all I got the online menu on my phone, it was just a PDF file. I couldn't
Hmm.
order it. I had to call someone 10 times, raising my hand. Hello, you come here. You take my order. Okay, what is it? So now, considering the people that are growing up and are currently working, especially of my age and your age, we prefer to use our phones for everything rather than calling someone and asking again and again, hey, you come here, take my order. And I don't like. And going in such a luxurious hotel, you expect these basic necessities. I understand there is
Basically, they have tried to use technology, but there's been a half-hearted
yes,
approach towards it.
half-heartedly. They
So, so,
still, I think, they have the
so
mindset and belief that
there is a touchless menu, but
yes,
there is no internet. First of all, which is actually quite surprising. That should have been there as a standard for any five-star hotel these days, and especially when you are sitting in a restaurant, the restaurants give you Wi-Fi.
right.
So I don't know what went wrong. Probably they had internet down. So, anyways, uh, that goes unsaid. It was not there. Secondly, uh, it was a touchless menu, but not functional. It was just a PDF menu.
PDF.
So all they did was go paperless, basically.
That PDF was like a glorified waiter, I will say. He did nothing.
You mean to say the manager of the hotel? That's a joke in the hotel. Like the managers
Yes,
are a glorified waiters. Uh,
yes, you can
no,
say.
actually, I would have called her a glorified waiter if it would have worked. But you're saying it was not functional. A
No, no, no.
waiter
It was just a PDF file.
a waiter is a very efficient entity in the hotel. Actually, the entire hotel, I would say, the entire burden of the hotel is on their shoulders. I mean, obviously, they're the first touch point that you after
Right, right,
especially in an F&B outlet, the first touch point is the waiter, and they have a huge responsibility. And I agree with the point that you're going ahead with. Yes,
right. So,
yes. Now, I mean, I completely get what you're trying to say is yes, there is technology. I mean, they're trying to use it, but it's just that it's just
it's
not
not
enough.
properly functional, and especially there is not a wide and adaptation of it. Like for a company like Marriott, who have their hotels all around the world, they are able to
Hmm,
adapt it.
hmm.
But
And
talking
okay,
about
so this is an F&B outlet. What else did you feel about the hotels that you feel that the it was lacking the technology and
yeah,
you,
yeah, even
you
if
and
I
I we have been through a lot of hotel softwares. We have studied a bit
right.
because okay okay, well, I'll come to that later about the suite edit, but yes, so let's get into it. Like how is it different version wise? Let's get into the technical nitty gritties of it. Let's bring in the jargons now.
Before that, about the in-room experience as well. It was not good at all. I
Hmm.
need to constantly call, and then the sound was not going properly. It
Hmm.
is a biggest. It was one of my biggest pain points at every other hotel. You
Hmm.
call, and then someone. It might happen that someone won't pick. If they pick, they are not able to understand, or they will say you dial this number. So
Hmm.
it's a lot of headache, I will say, because when
Hmm.
you go to a hotel, you are not in a mood to do a lot of things. You
And
want
I agree with you, Anmol. This is not just the case with in-room calls, but even if you're calling up a hotel.
right.
First of all, there's a board number that it goes to. That you have to listen to that music, and
I
then you
totally
get
hate it.
transferred to an operator who has no clue what you're talking about. If you say I want to talk to the sales department, they'll connect you to the marketing department. If you say I want to talk to the marketing department, they'll connect you to the sales department. Sometimes when you want to be
There are a
connected
lot
to
of
the
initiatives.
restaurant, you get connected to the banquet department. And I'm telling you, as an insider, these things happen, and this is because of too much human interventions in the point where human
Yes,
intervention is not required.
exactly. Humans should do what they are meant to do, not
Meant to
this,
do. Yes. I'm
not this daily shit.
So yes, let's come to the point when Anmol and I we say introduction of technology. We are not asking about taking out the human touch from the hospitality. What we are saying is bring in technology so that humans can do what they do the best. Bring in the human touch.
Exactly.
The hotel staff is meant to take care of the guests. So let me give you an example. What Anmol is talking about was when he was sitting in the coffee shop of Tajman Singh and he had to order something. All he kept shaking his hand until his hand fell off, and instead, I don't blame the waiters out there or the servers out there because coffee shop is one of the most busy
Yes,
segments of a hotel. Not just the restaurants, but the hotel coffee shop is the most busy because it caters to the breakfast, lunch, complimentary lunch, and all the tidbits. It is close to the lobby. Anyone who enters the hotel enters to the goes into the coffee shop. People who are checking in, checking out, they go and grab something in the coffee shop first, because you can understand the kind of traffic that outlet is bearing. In this, with the present scenario and the manpower available for the hotels, it becomes very difficult to give personalized service. And I understand if it was just a Madurai idli shop or just a samosa shop by the road, it is kind of acceptable. Okay, there's rush and people are not getting service. But we are sitting in a five-star hotel, and that's
exactly.
quite bugging, and it affects adversely to the to big brands like Taj, where my friend was sitting. If it is a Leela, and it holds true for any hotel. per se. Wherever I have worked or I have been as well as a guest, I've seen and experienced this kind of issues. So in what Anmol said was, when he got a menu, which was a PDF menu, instead of that PDF menu, if that menu could have been a touch menu, or if Anmol could have placed his order from then and there.
So I will add something here. Like if I go to a Madura idli shop, I won't expect that the menu will do anything, just ordering. But when I go to five-star hotel, my expectations are so high that okay, when I open the menu, something will happen.
Right.
I
So
will,
here,
there is
okay.
a
So,
surprise factor or
what he was expecting was, when he got a menu on his mobile phone, he should be able to place the order there. So what would have happened here? Let's delve into this point, Anmol. Uh,
right.
if Anmol had gotten that, if it was a perfect world, and Anmol has had gotten the touch-free menu, uh, all Anmol had to do was look for his preferred dishes and place the order. So did we take off the waiter and the servers out of the picture? No.
No.
Why? Because actually we're making their lives easy and the experience better in the hotel, because while Anmol gets to place the order online, the waiter has an additional time to probably
Build a relationship with me.
no, not just build a relationship. He has, instead of running from one table to another, taking their orders, then going to the POS machine and placing the order. See, you can imagine how much time. Like, I mean, so if you want to make a process efficient, you take out the steps involved. The less number of steps in a process, the more efficient that process gets. Right, yeah, right, Anur. So uh, i- here we are taking out a huge chunk of steps from the process, where the waiter comes, hands the menu over, comes back again, takes the order. After taking the order, like, he writes down the order, then he goes to a machine and he punches the order. Instead, if Anmol had placed the order himself, the waiter could have actually paid attention on bringing water to his table.
Right.
Right. Probably gone and checked on other tables as well if they have gotten their order. Right. And done a lot better with his time and creating better experience for the guest than running from one table to another and check. So while Anmol is placing order on his table, another guest is shouting at him, and he's not able to concentrate, and probably he forgets what Anmol wanted.
Right.
Right.
That happens.
So here Anmol has placed his order himself. So there is no chance of error out here.
Yeah,
Another
and especially when you go to a five-star hotel and you get the wrong dish, you get so disappointed that you don't want to go back to the brand again because the
yeah,
expectations are so high. If I go to a momo shop,
right.
it's okay. I know that the
No,
chacha will be
sometimes I don't even go back to a momo shop when they don't take
right.
care of me. Forget
But
about the
but
five
those
star.
are still I understand. Okay, yeah, भीड़ में हो गया, चलो कोई नहीं, बता दो, ठीक है. But yeah, of course दिक्कत तो होती है क्योंकि मैं मोमो खाने तो मेरे को चाउमीन दे दिया. That is
We
not
as
easy.
Indians are very demanding when it comes to food
Right.
service. I mean, we take care, even the smallest of the households takes care of their guest
Right.
in a manner that he's the most VIP person on earth. So when we enter somewhere as a guest, be it a five-star hotel or be it a momo shop, we expect service. Service is
Right.
an inherent part of our culture. Anyway, so coming back to technology, yes, and also, and apart from that, we studied a bit of technology that the hotel industry is using right now, right? Like Opera and whatnot. So, what do you have to say about that, and how hotel industry is behind when compared
See,
to other industries?
so what first thing I will say is these systems were good at their time when they were made. But
Hmm.
now the times have changed. They need to understand this. They need to bring it to the cloud and need to be so accessible that the even the general manager at sitting at his home can know what is going in my hotel. But
Hmm.
at the end, these systems with everyone, I have heard one feedback,
Hmm.
even from the standalone hotels, they buy these systems, they put them, they don't know what their hotel is doing when they are not there, which is not good for a business owner,
Hmm.
even a general manager, even a manager, I will say.
Hmm.
You need that flexibility that you can access everything on this thing. This thing was made for this. You want to access everything, but these system, first of all, their UI is so, like, I will, of
So
course, you
typical.
have
Oh,
worked
so
on it,
typical.
Ashwin, but seeing those screenshots online, it made me scared. I will say it made my soul scared.
Yeah, it is still from the early 90s, actually, mid
Exactly.
90s, actually. Yeah.
Exactly. And then the flow, I will, so here I will give you the example of e-commerce, how e-commerce
Hmm.
started and now how it is. There is one
Hmm.
step checkout. It's so seamless, even for the owner, even for the customer. Both, they are, getting good experience. But hotels, this is 1990, this is 2023. It's same. There is no
Hmm.
difference. There is no significant difference. There is a lot of potential here that we can, optimize on technology. We can do a lot of things. But the main problem with these big brands is that their database is so big that they are not able to get out of it, because they have made such a huge investment. But someday or the other, they will need to buy this system out and get something new to save themselves in the coming years. Because of course,
Hmm.
when we tech savvy folks who are
Yes, I
right now
mean,
starting out their careers.
look at the manpower, the expense that is there, and uh, with people getting more demanding by the day,
Exactly.
and so the industry needs to up its game.
Times
So
are changing, people are changing now. Even when so like 20 years ago, when you used to go to a hotel with your parents, you won't be expecting to get some tech stack there to operate on your mobile or something. You wanted experience, but now people have changed. They want everything on their mobile. They don't want that experience to face that so much trauma, I will say, for some people who
No,
are introverted.
I think, Anmol, I mean, there's a reason behind this why the the hotel is industry is in the way that it is because, see, when you talk about e-commerce, when you talk about other industries, they're all tech companies at heart, right? Their core competency is tech, right? But hotel industry is not a tech company. It is it is a hospitality by character and by training. Everyone are hospitality people. Tech is not their core competency. They are not into technology. They don't develop their own technology. On the other hand, if you look at an e-commerce company, it's usually self-reliant. They have their
On tech.
tech. They, yes, I mean, it's Amazon. Like the entire tech team sits in-house. I think probably only 10 to 20% would be outsourced. I mean, the outsource would also be for the things that they're not into.
Highly qualified tech
The,
people.
the, the, the core team, the core technology is handled by their core team, basically, right? But that kind of has not been possible so far for the hotel industry because uh, yes, I mean it is getting companies like Marriott are getting into it where they're developing their own technology, but it's still in collaboration with Oracle and other huge giants, tech giants. But a giant like Marriott can afford to have its own tech team and creates its own
Right.
database and software. But the rest of the industry, I think, when it comes to technology, they even lack the imagination. They don't even know
Right.
what. So I mean, when I stepped out of hotels, I realized that I was a frog in the well. You've heard the story of the frog in the well. For
Right.
me, my entire world was hotel industry. I didn't know. I mean, yes, obviously, I tried to keep my general knowledge up, and I was in sales. So, by the virtue of being in sales, I was meeting tech entrepreneurs, and I was meeting people from IBM, Accenture. So I knew what was happening in the technology segment, but I never thought that. Like I didn't realize what was missing. For me, the technology that I was seeing, I accepted what I was getting. But yes, I did feel somewhere there was a lack. That there was the industry was lacking somewhere because uh, but by the time when I came out, I realized that industry is actually living in the dinosaur age. And it is all because it is being run by non-tech people, and they
Yes.
And you and I, we have realized when we speak to them also, and we try to introduce them to it, they lack the imagination to understand technology
Right.
itself.
The toughest part is to make them understand how technology can help them optimize their businesses. They
Exactly.
don't understand it. They still feel that Opera is the best for their business and them.
Yeah, maybe or they don't even realize that for them. I mean, the only answer that I usually get from there is, oh, if technology comes in, I mean, I don't think technology can ever take over hotel industry because hotel industry needs personal touch. The usual cliched stuff I get, but what they don't realize it is that technology can actually make the personal touch better. Their
Exactly.
staff could have more additional time on their at hand,
I
and
think people need to separate themselves from the mindset that technology will replace them rather than it will help them.
right. I mean, that is what I mean. That is such a I don't know, socialist mindset,
Yeah.
communist mindset that people have, that technology is out here to replace. I mean, look at the discussion about AI as well right now. I mean, entire scare about around AI. I mean, people are not even looking at how AI can make our lives better.
Right.
How AI is gonna help us do better things in life. Instead, everyone is wondering about how AI is going to ruin humanity.
Right.
So see, there's pros and cons of everything, but like, yeah, technology is out here to help us, and technology has been created by us. Technology has only helped us get better over the time. I mean, from the time the first wheel was devised, and the time people started using fire, technology came into our lives. The day
Right.
the man started using the lever, and the day man started using a wheel, technology was invented, and it has only grown, and we have grown with it. Imagine 10 earlier, when 10 people used to push a stone, and those people started complaining, oh, why did you invent wheel? Now we'll lose our job. I mean, so
Right. Right,
obviously
exactly.
the
And
first
the same thing
yeah,
happened when the industrial revolution came into the picture. People started
right.
to think, oh, now we have trained, they are going to, but it just transformed the way things worked, and people had to upskill themselves. So the same thing is happening right now.
So right, I mean, this is the time point. I think we should introduce Sweet Elite and Bite to Eat, Anmol. So this is the problem Anmol and I, we wanted to address, and that's why we formed another company apart from Cropstickle being our main company. We formed another hospitality specific company called Sweet Elite, and one of our first product under Sweet Elite is Bite to Eat, which is our touchless menu. Now, what we are planning to do is, obviously we cannot something that Mahatma Gandhi said was, development always happens starts from the grassroots level. And this is what Anmol and I, we decided that if we want to bring a change in the industry, we should start at the grassroots level. And with Bite to Eat as a touchless menu, we can go into the details of it, but still a product under development. It should get ready yet. We are waiting for the big launch, and
Right.
that's when we'll unveil the
Soon we will be unveiling it. It's just that
all the
Indian government
features.
has,
Yes, not even. I mean, it won't even take a month, and
yeah,
we'll have a separate podcast, and we'll unveil all the features of Bite to Eat. But just to make it simple, it is a touchless menu, and we plan to make it available at a very affordable rate, on almost free for
right,
for smallest of the small businesses, which is related to F&B, be it a momo shop. Now we've spoken so much about momo shops and coffee shops. So smallest of the thelas, the tapris, the momo shops. We want to bring this technology to all of them, and I'm pretty sure once the grassroots level F&B outlets uh, and reason behind introducing it is less about profit for me and Anmol, and more about bringing in the change. If
right,
it brings the positive change in the industry, and the industry starts accepting technology as it is, so I think once the grassroots level F&B outlets and they accept technology, I think the luxury hotels will have a little bit of shame and they could have upped their game.
Right. Yeah. So we will be launching it soon, and we will be putting, doing a full episode on it once it's launched, and we will be showcasing you the app. Right now, also the full system is ready. Only the thing is that right now we need help from our government to get the payment gateway integrated. It's such a process that for the past 6 months we have been trying to
Yes, I
integrate
think
it. Do
we
the
have actually addressed that point as well. That is
Yeah,
already done. So yeah, but
yeah.
it should be
But I
out.
think
Yeah,
we have given all the information to our audience about that and
yeah.
shared experiences. So, Ashwin, I think we are good
That's
to go.
about it. I think that's it for this podcast. I mean, hotel industry is something I've been always passionate about
Right.
since I was a child. That's why I went into it, and I'm still passionate. I want to see it develop and grow only for better. And we want to let's end this podcast with that. If you have any
All right. Thank you so
uh,
much, audience, for watching in.
advices and if you have any advices or if you have any suggestions for us, drop it in the comment box. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And Anmol already said
And we
bye
will
bye.
be getting back with another episode soon. Thank you so much for watching. And an announcement: me and Ashwin are going to do a podcast episode soon in person together. Ashwin is coming to Dehradun from
Right.
29th of November to 13th of December. So a lot of content is coming for you. Do stay tuned for it. Thank you so much for watching in, and we will be back soon.
Bye.